Hi everyone, my name is Dylan Bueno and I am your instructor for this semester. So I'm teaching several online courses. I'm teaching a History 1301 to some high school students, and then I've got a History 1301 that's a flexor and it's only 8 weeks long, and I also have a world history class that I'm teaching. So this is for everyone online. This is just an overview of what do all these tabs over here do in Blackboard. Where's the syllabus? What am I expected to complete this semester? So I'm going to create several different videos. One is specifically how to do your Launchpad assignments, and that'll make sense later. And then one is where do I find the exams and how do I complete the exams when those are due? So again, this is just an overview of all these tabs over here on the side. So we're going to get started kind of looking at those. So for the first couple of weeks, every time you log into Blackboard and you log into my class specifically, it will go to the Start Here page. The Start Here page has your first assignment that's due during the first week. Also has a link to the syllabus, and then it also has the student registration for Launchpad. There's also going to be a video about how to download Lockdown Browser. It's another internet browser that you need. It's just like installing Google Chrome or Safari or Firefox. You're going to need that in order to complete your exams. But there's a whole different video just for that. The content homepage in all of my classes is set up as these are where your assignments are completed. So it's done week by week. So the first week, it's a weekly module. Most of you, it's exactly the same. Probably all that's in there right now is getting to know everyone discussion. So let's look at that really quick. You just click on that. There's nothing there, so you can create a thread. Then here I want you to put your name, your first and last name. So let's just pretend that I'm doing it. My first and last name. And then down here, you can answer the questions. And you can do this however you want. You can do one and then type in your first name and or the name you prefer to be called if it's different than what I have on the official roster. It's kind of like a repeat of doing the subject. Then what high school you attend. This is for my high school students. Those of you that are not in high school, I think it asks me for your hometown. Any activities, sports clubs, organizations. Those of you that aren't in high school, it asks you like your hobbies, your interests, that kind of thing. Maybe some clubs that you're involved in at PJC. Goals for your life, what you want to be when you grow up, like your major, what are you going to do with that major? Biggest fear about taking this course. And then also a backup plan for internet outages. So you're sitting at home, you're doing your work, and your internet goes out, but you've got something due that night. Where are you going to go to complete it? I want you to think about where places that you can go outside of school, outside of your home that you can go. If you live here in Paris, Texas, you can go to some local like coffee shops where they have free internet. Go in, use their internet. You can go out to the PJC campus and use our internet up there. Those of you that are in high school, where are you going to go if your internet goes out? I need you to tell me what's your backup plan so that you can get your work done, because I don't accept late work. So how are you going to overcome that if that happens? Once you have all that typed in, you're going along, you've got 2 answered, then you're going to come down here and hit submit, and then I'll be able to see that. I'm going to cancel that out now. So that's your first assignment. That's in week 1. Also in week 1, there'll be some more videos and stuff posted. There'll be a place for you, another link to Launchpad for you to get your Launchpad set up. Then September, week 2, this is where you're going to notice in my flex term and my world history course, it's a little bit different, but you're going to notice there's a whole bunch of stuff due here. And yours is set up to where you can click through. It'll have like 1 through 5 or 1 through 15, and you just click through all of those. It always starts out with an outline of the chapter. It's my PowerPoint, and then I actually have a video going over that PowerPoint. So it's like a 40-minute lecture. If you were sitting in class, this is the lecture that I would give you covering that PowerPoint, that outline. Then I also throw in a crash course in all of my classes. Those are usually not any longer than 15 minutes, just a kind of an extra added bonus. It goes over the same stuff that we talked about in that chapter, just a little bit cooler than what I can do. They have a bigger budget. And then there's usually a quiz over that information. You've got chapter quizzes every week. This course, my 300 section, they've got a primary source activity to do. And these are done in Launchpad also. But you'll notice there's several primary sources that they're going to be looking over, and then they've got to do quizzes over those primary sources. And then it goes on to the chapter 2 outline, and again, it's my PowerPoint, my outline, then it's a video of me talking about that outline, then it's a crash course, then it's a quiz, right? And so kind of get used to that. That's what it's going to look like every time. I'm trying to do it so that no matter how you learn, if you're a visual learner, trying to put some different videos up there for you. You can also read through the book and do the quizzes yourself if you want to. I'm going to talk about where to do the quizzes in another video. I just want to, again, go over what all these tabs look like, where to find your assignments. After about week 3, usually every time you log in, it will go right here to the content homepage. So it'll stop going to the start here, and then it will go straight to your assignments when you log into Blackboard. I will set that up a little later on. The syllabus, let's talk about that really quickly. Everyone's is practically basically the same. It just has my information up here at the top, where you can find me, how to get a hold of me. Then down here it has the textbook listed. These are the same textbooks that they have in the bookstore. So go to our PJC bookstore or go to our official PJC bookstore website. I'll send those links out and you can buy the book there. You're also going to need access to a computer. This is an online class. You're going to need note-taking materials. You know, you're going through, you can take notes as you're watching the videos and stuff like that. And then also Respondus Lockdown Browser, that other internet browser that you need in order to complete your exams. There's a whole separate video that talks about that if you're not familiar with Lockdown Browser. Goals and objectives, these are set by the state of Texas. This is what we have to achieve by the end of our course. Then this is just a general calendar for you. There will be a more detailed calendar that will be posted in the syllabus right here in this area. It'll be below the syllabus, but just generally what we're doing every week, just kind of like, oh, we're doing this chapter this week. Then this is a breakdown of everything that you're going to do in those weeks. So you've got chapter quizzes. You can expect a chapter quiz for every chapter that you read. Some of you are going to have to double up if it's a flex course, and also in my world history class, you've got to double up on chapters. So sometimes you'll have 2 quizzes, 2 chapters due and 2 chapter quizzes due every week. Primary source assignments, those are also found in Launchpad. We're going to look at some primary sources and analyze them and see, it just kind of adds to your reading. So you can see a perspective that was there at the time that that event that we're reading about was happening. And then map quizzes. These are also done in Launchpad. They're only like 3 questions. It's using your critical thinking skills, looking at a map and kind of determining like, oh, that's why they settled along that river, or what was really going on at that time. They're not matching anymore. You've got to really use your critical thinking skills on these map quizzes. And then group discussions and exams, these are done in Blackboard, and I'm going to have separate videos of how to complete these. And then of course your attendance. You get counted for being present every Friday morning. So in my courses, all of your assignments, your group discussions, your primary source assignments, your map quizzes, your chapter quizzes, those are all due on a Thursday. Then I come in, I look at them, see if you did it, and then I count you present for the week on Friday morning. Now your group discussions, those don't automatically get graded. It's going to take me a little time to get those graded. I've got 90 students in just one of my online classes. So I've got a lot of online students, and I try to go through and actually I do read these and I do grade them and I do give feedback. So these, you'll submit these on Thursday. It may not be until the next Wednesday or Thursday before you get a grade on it. It does take me about a week to go through all of those and to get all of them graded. Then the exams, you can expect an exam every 2 to 4 chapters. So I do break everything down into units, and this will make sense when you look at the calendar. But say like in my History 1301 class, you're going to do chapters 1 through 4. In that 4th chapter, it's due about the week of September 23rd. You log in, you finish all of stuff for chapter 4 on the 23rd, and then you've got that weekend, you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, to get all of your information for chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 together, to study, and then to take that exam by Tuesday of the next week. They're all set up like that. All exams in this class are taken on Tuesdays. So like I said, it gives you time to study, get all of your information together. You can take it before Tuesday if you want to. That's just the final deadline. Take note down here when you're taking exams. Although you have until midnight on Tuesday, I will not be available after 5 o'clock on Tuesdays. So any technical issues that you encounter, You're just going to have to take whatever grade you got before that technical difficulty. So let's say you log in and it kicks you out at 10 o'clock on Tuesday night and you only got 20 points. You're going to have to settle for 20 on that exam. I can't go back in and reset it at 10 o'clock at night because I'm already in bed at that point. So that's why I want you doing these early in the day. I don't want you waiting until the last minute, although you can, but just note, no one's going to be able to help you last minute. So get these done early on those Tuesdays. Here's a breakdown of how much everything is weighted in the course. And then course policies, talks about weekly attendance, talks about I don't accept late work and why I don't accept late work, and also communicating with me. If you email me outside of the course, I'm not going to answer your email because I don't know what course you're talking about. We are going to use the next tab I'm going to show you in just a minute to communicate. So those of you that are in high school and you go to your counselor and you tell her that I'm having a problem in Bueno's class, can you email her for me? No. I'm not going to answer your counselor. You are the student. It's your responsibility to email the instructor and to talk to me, right? I'm not allowed to talk to anyone else outside of you unless you have a FERPA agreement. So I'll show you where to email me in just a minute. Netiquette, so we've adopted the rules from albion.com. You're free to look at those. Basically, it just says how to act in an online class, how to talk to each other, how to write your stuff to each other. You know, like using all caps. That sounds like you're shouting. We try to stay away from that. Like, don't do that. That's just rude. We use complete sentences, we capitalize proper nouns, we cite stuff in this class. So this is a college level course. The expectation is even when you're emailing and communicating with me or other students, you are using professional language. You're not using lowercase everything, one sentence. No, we actually break up our thoughts in complete sentences, and that is the expectation when you write these mini essays in the group discussion. There'll be a video about how to do that, so make sure you look over that. Class attendance, it talks about that. Okay, the last day to drop this course is Thursday, November 18th if you're in a 16-week course. If you were in the first 8-week FLUX course, that 250 class, your last day to drop is October 7th, I believe. So that way, if you're having an F, there's no way. I have like a 35 average. There's no way you can get an A in the class. There's no way you can even pass the class. Then that's the time when you don't want that F on your transcript forever. You'd rather take the W. Trust me, you want the W, not the F. That's when you're going to start the drop process. And you start that, okay? And if you need to drop, reach out to your advisor or reach out to me and I can tell you how to begin that process. Class conduct, again, we're using Netiquette, so refer back up there. Academic honesty, this is kind of a big thing. Academic honesty, if you plagiarize anything, like your group discussions, we're going to talk about how not to do that in that video. If you plagiarize, if you collude, if you're caught cheating, it's up to you to show proof of innocence. So you will get a 0 on that, and it happens every semester. I always have someone that tries to plagiarize, tries to copy and paste someone else's work. You get a 0, but in my class you also forfeit the chance to earn an A in my course. So don't do it. All right, let's avoid that at all costs so that everyone who wants an A and is earning an A can keep that A. And then ADA. If this applies to you, you should have already reached out to a PJC advisor for the paperwork, and that should be sent to me within the first week so that we can get everything set up and get all of your accommodations met that first week. Okay, let's talk about email really quickly. So when you go here, you can create a message. It has everyone in the class if you wait for it to load. It'll give you a list of everyone in the class. If you want to email me, just go through, find my name. It always has instructor out to the side. Click there, tell me what's going on, like Launchpad issues, and then tell me what's happening, right? This is the best way, the only way to communicate with me unless you call me during my office hours. So go through, tell me what your issue is, hit submit. I will get that email, I will check it. Give me about 24 hours to respond back to you, usually not that long. During the week, on the weekends, y'all, I take the weekends off. Like Friday morning, I come in, I work till about noon, and then I check out for the weekend. I want you to do the same. I don't want you to be working on the weekends on this class. It's set up so that you can get everything done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have Thursday, submit it, and you're done for the weekend. That's how I want you to roll. That's how I'm going to roll in this class. So if you do send me something on Friday afternoon, I will not answer it till Monday morning when I get in. Just be aware. All right. Don't panic, though. It's fine. The discussion board, this is just another link. If you can't, if we're going through, they're always linked here on the content homepage, but there's also a landing page right here for you to get to the discussions. You can just click on them. Again, go up and create thread, answer the questions. Gradebook. This is for you. This has your average. You won't have anything weighted for a while. Probably the first couple of weeks, you'll just be able to see like, oh, I'm getting 100 out of 100. Awesome. Then I'll go in and I'll start weighting everything as we get a little bit further in. Always look at your weighted total. Don't look at your total down here. Look at the weighted total. It will give you, should have a numeric and a letter grade to let you know how you're doing in the class. Announcements, we will use this. This is just information about me. If you want to look at that, you can. Announcements, we'll use this if I'm like extending deadlines or something comes up or something's going on with Launchpad. I'll send you an announcement that is pushed to your PJC official email as well. So it's in 2 locations. So just note any changes to the course or anything like that, I'll announce that and let you know ASAP. Tutor.com, you can use this. It's a free for you tutoring website. We front the cost for that, but you can go in and talk to someone, do a live chat if you need help with any of your classes, not just history, but any of your classes that you're taking here at PJC. A link to the student handbook and then frequently asked questions is there for you, just dealing with Blackboard kind of stuff. So those are all the links there for you. I hope that made sense. Watch the other videos for more information about how to do your assignments, where to go in Launchpad, how to find them. Watch the video about group discussions and make sure you also watch the video about exams. Hope you have a great semester. I'm really looking forward to it, guys. Here we go.